I have the best balcony in the apartment block that I live in, and from which I have an incredible view of the river and the weir that runs through the village. And I see a lot of stuff happening from this balcony, but today I saw something that I just had to share with you that does indeed confirm, yes, people have lost their minds. Because normally it's quite quiet, but recently there have been a lot of cars parking out at the back, because the reason I have the best balcony, it's twice as wide as any of the other balconies, because it's over the tunnel that runs from the front to the back of the building, and it allows access to all of the different carports and garages that there are. But there were two cars parked immediately next to each other today, and the people in them, I think they're probably carers, but they kept on coming and going, opening doors and closing doors. And at one point, the car on the right opened both of the doors at the back and had the boot open as well. And the lady who was driving this car was having tremendous difficulty getting what appeared, I couldn't quite tell, but what appeared to be sort of folding chair, maybe for sort of chair massage for the person that, you know, that it looked like sort of professionals. Just struggling to get this to get this seat or whatever it was into the back seat. And I just looked down, really just so confused, thinking, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? And I've got quite a lot of German in me, which is from my mother's side of the family. My middle name is actually Francis, but really it should be Franz, because my grandfather was actually a Smits. His parents were born in Germany, but also Ireland. It's all very, you know, it's just Europe mess, mongrels. And I like efficiency. You know, I like things neat and tidy, and I just sometimes wonder, people are going to and fro and back and forth. And I honestly believe that our brains are so overwhelmed with all of the stimuli that's coming at us from every single direction. The chaos in your general direction. And I think people just can't, I don't think they can deal with it. And I genuinely believe that people's minds have been blown. And what were simple things, you know, when I was growing up here in the 80s and 90s, have just seemed to have become almost impossible for people to do, because I think there's so much stuff on people's minds. And we've had the general election, and in 2016 we voted for Brexit, and all of these things, you know, none of it has been done, because let's face it, that wasn't the plan. You know, all of we're sort of offered these little crumbs, these little bits and pieces, thinking that we live in democracies, but it's all a massive and orchestrated illusion, you know, to distract people and believe that they belong to something that doesn't actually exist. And this is all sounding very, very negative, but the truth is, you know, I'm sat here, it's all very green and lush, and, you know, a lot of people kind of walk around in the rain thinking, oh God, it's so miserable. It's like, well, is it actually that miserable? Is it that bad? Can I take positives from this? And of course, because you watch this channel and you're very discerning and intelligent people, you know that of course you can see things differently, because the reason all of this exists, because it's so green, and we have wonderful babbling brooks, and we have beautiful trees and wonderful lush meadows, is because of the rain. Without the rain, all of this would look very, very different. And yeah, you know, your shoes, they get wet, but do you know what? It doesn't matter, and you have to decide what matters. And honestly, I believe that most people choose to fight all the time in the world. And believe me, I've admitted in my most recent videos that I do like a lot, not just a bit, I like drama, I like excitement, I like adventure, and I like taking different routes around where I walk, even if I'm walking to the same places. I'll always do something ever so slightly different, and when the mood strikes, I will walk along a path that I normally would, most times I would walk past, and I will explore things because I'm curious as well, so curious and drama loving can be a little bit chaotic, but you laugh at it. And when I was saying, what the hell are you doing? I was actually laughing at myself, I am, every single day now, I'm focusing on things that lighten the mood, okay? To laugh at things, to have a bit of a joke, have a bit of a laugh, to make things more enjoyable and more peaceful. And I think, honestly, for a long time said, I don't want to feel that emotion, or I don't want to feel this. I think you have to immerse yourself and be honest that we all have powerful emotions that are constructive and destructive, but they're only either one if you indulge in them a lot. So if you feel anger and you immediately say, oh God, I don't want to feel anger, well, then it's only going to get pushed down. So you have to admit, right, this has fucked me off. I'm pissed off about this. And you let it go. And obviously it can really help if you talk to somebody about these things, because it can be very difficult to be objective at any time, least of all in the moment of whatever's happening to you, or for you and by you and through you. But never deny anything. What you repress, what you don't express, gets repressed, you see? And I think that a lot of people are just kind of sleepwalking and confusedly trying to push things into cars that clearly, won't go. And the lady, when she'd put all the stuff into the car, reversed back and then drove forward again to the exact same spot at the exact same angle and tried to reverse out again. And the thing is, it's not about a lack of capability, although some people are better drivers than others. But I think it's just because everybody's got so many other things on their mind. And what you have to do is you have to train yourself for the life that you want to lead. So deny nothing. Denial is not just a river in Egypt, honey. Keep your shoulders still if you want to do that. If you deny it, then you're only going to push it down and down and down until it explodes. So be honest about your emotions, but then ask yourself, well, why am I angry? And then you go to work on that, and then you keep the process going. And then you indulge in the really powerful stuff, which is, what do I actually want? How am I going to get it? And what am I willing to sacrifice? What am I willing to let go of? And long term, on a daily basis, as you build, focus on the things that make you joyful, make you more productive and creative, more peaceful, more flowing and harmonious in life, and go peacefully and wonderfully amongst the things. Thank you very much. It's Martin Pavey here. Please do like and subscribe and share to spread this very important message, and I'll see you on the next video. Ciao for now.